Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with another one. Back with another one. We're gonna talk about the future of the 2024 elections. Yes, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it big time. So the latest polls, and they said the political enrichment and all this other stuff, right? And then they got the national news and all this other shit. 2024 elections. Let's get on to it. Add some mistakes, but I had some mistakes earlier, but I had to tweak it. It's fine Wednesday. Y'all get to open up. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We explained what the Don Lemon and the Tucker Carlson thing situation. And then we said, landscape, upload a thumbnail. They would say. Let's see what we got. But that's the future that we're gonna get into. So in 2024, we're gonna read the political. I'm just testing out some things, and just don't mind me. I said a premiere schedule. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to y'all this crazy. All right. Okay. And that's just basically what you got. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. I had a little noise in the background. Don't pay it no mind. It's an individual. I have to watch. So fucking annoying sometimes, but we'll get it over. I ain't got no padding, no screen, so I don't need no help for fuck niggas that cry a lot. Schedule. Yeah, we don't do that here. All right, all right. We're gonna get into the political. I'm just sharing my screen a little bit with y'all, and voila. Let me pick it up for y'all. All right, political. Talking about the .com 2024 elections. What to expect? The latest coverage of the 2024 presidential House and Senate elections. Because the last time we had it was what, 2022, on the even number. Think about it, 2022, right? And then 2024 is the big one. This is, I don't know if Biden's running it. They said, who's running Joe Biden's campaign? We don't know. We don't know. It's up for grabs if he's gonna run at all. This who this is who's running Joe Biden's campaign. Julio Chavez Rodriguez will be campaign manager. President Joe Biden announced that he's running for re-election on Tuesday morning. Here's here's who's captaining the ship. I mean, excuse me, not Julio. Did I say Julio? My fault. Julia Chavez Rodriguez. Excuse me for that. Apologize for that because I didn't see the name. It's Julie. Yeah, Julie or something like that. Like Julia, or the E is probably style. Okay, Julia Chavez Rodriguez. Okay, it's a female. Okay, she running his shit. Okay, interesting. I didn't know he had a Latino running his shit or a Mexican running shit. That's interesting. Okay, Campaign manager. This is a different field. After serving as one of Biden's senior advisors in the White House Direct Intergovernmental Affairs, Chavez Rodriguez will pivot to the leading reelection push. She has never run a campaign before, but she's served as a deputy campaign manager on Biden and Vice President. They call it Kamala Harris. So I like Kamala Harris' last campaign, and is chose with the president. Joe Biden announced 2024 presidential bid. Biden dives back in announced reelection. His long awaited announcement allows him to begin fundraising 18 months out from the November general election. President Joe Biden on Tuesday formally launched his campaign for the second term in 2024, asking voters to keep him in office and finish the job of a historical American recovery that started after he vanquished Donald Trump in 2020. Biden's long awaited announcement allows him to begin to fundraising 18 months out from the November general election. But in a video, the president echoed the several familiar themes by outlining when he first took charge of the country during the spiraling C-19 pandemic and resulting economic country during the spiraling C-19. Did I double read that? Well, let's read that again. Biden's long-awaited announcement allows him to be fundraising. Okay, months in November general election. In a video, President echoed several familiar things, but outlined when he is first took charge of the countries during the spiraling C-19 pandemic and resulting economic turmoil, but taking office in days after insurrectional seized of the insurrectionists insurrectionist seized in the U.S. Capitol elections, Republicans think Biden is an easy target to unite their party. After the months of division over abortion, Ukraine, and Trump's legal troubles, Biden announced might be the rest the Republicans needed. The President Biden launches a second campaign for presidency, and Republicans couldn't be more thrilled about it. GOP officials aren't overly pollination about their prospects of winning by the White House, though they think they're good. But the possibility of being able to simply talk about Biden rather than all their interparty drama has them downright giddy. Yeah, downright giddy. They told me giddy. Okay, Dems relish Trump's Biden rematch. That ain't gonna happen. And this is what they're talking about. Democrats think Joe Biden and Trump matchup is looking more likely after Trump's post indictment surge in the polls, but they feel good about their party's chances. Democrats see former President Donald Trump post indictment political resurgence as alarming for the country. Great for Joe Biden's reelection hopes. Taken from the Senate, Debbie Stapledown and Michigan Democrat have front now seats from the former president's shocking win in her state in 2016, but to his loss, Biden 4 years later. Biden's toughest Republican challenger. He's got a lot of challengers. Toughest Republican challengers. Here they go. Let's read them off. This is content. We're gonna stay on the political for a minute, and then we'll go somewhere else. In case y'all don't know, and we're just gonna talk about it. Biden's toughest Republican challenger. President's polling is poor, but beating him will not be easy. Toughest Republican challenger. He's beating him will not be easy. As the President Joe Biden kicks off his reelection bid, he begins from a position of weakness. But the president has been underwater in the polls for close to 2 years. His approval ratings dropped under 50%, but around the time of the chaotic Afghanistan pulled out in August in 2021, never truly recovered. But there are only three post-war presidents: Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and Donald Trump were in the worst polling spot at this point in their reelection campaigns. And those who those and And the two of those three lost. Two of those three lost. So they said Jimmy Carter lost. He's won. Okay. Ronald Reagan won, and Donald Trump lost. So Trump and Jimmy Carter lost. Reagan and Biden would make sense because that's two people that did that. So he'll be the second person to do that. So he's making history. So yeah, this is very interesting. Poland right here. Interesting stat. We're the worst polling, but then lost. Two of those three lost. Talking about Trump and Carter, but the other guy won, Reagan. So here you go. The keys to the hypothetical Tucker Carlson 2024 campaign. This is election. This is presidency. You see, Politico invited GOP strategists to come out. The hypothetical Carlson presidential campaign might look like. Is it? It isn't outlandish as it sounds. But let's be clear. Almost no one thinks Tucker Carlson is running for president, but imagine if he did. As tributes to the former tributes to the former Fox personality poured in from the GOP Monday, the most important and powerful voice in politics today, the high octane conservative rep, Jimmy Banks, Republican representative of Indiana, and was quickly to the political speculation immediately centered on what Carson, who occupied Fox's influential 8 p.m. perch, would do would do next. Head to talk radio like the late Rush Limbaugh, jump to the right leaning rival like the One American News Network or the Noon Oxford, or even or Russia's or Russia State TV. Talking about Russia State TV, talking about Russia Today, and which openly countered him. And hours after broke his departure, starts Substack. Okay. Trump endorsed, headed by GOP's campaign, and it's all this other stuff. Okay, we ain't gonna get into that. That's pretty much it. On the political, So we'll see what we got, and then we're gonna look at the national news. And I'm just pulling out stuff. Prediction for the 2024 presidential election. Um, that's pretty much it. And yeah, it's American University. Not really much. Richmond ain't really talking about much. But how Richmond's key models work. 13 to the White House Index, true or false response, and answers challenges on that. Richmond. Let's see. Let's see how I look on time. Okay, I look great on time. Okay, we're gonna do a lot of scanning and reading. Okay. Richmond's 13 keys to the White House. Party mandate. After the midterm elections, the incumbent party holds more seats in the U.S. House of Representatives than it did after the previous midterms elections. Contest. So the candidate is nominated the first ballot that wins at least 2/3 of the delegate votes. Incumbency. The sitting president is the party candidate. A third party candidate wins at least 5% of the popular vote. Short term economy, the National Bureau of Economic Research has either ignored or declined a recession or has declared it over prior to the election. Short term economy, long term economy, real per capita economic growth during the term equals and exceeds the means of growth during the previous two terms. Policy change. The administration achieves a major policy change during the terms comparable to the New Deal or the first term Reagan Revolution. All right. And then they got the social unrest. There is no social unrest during the term that is comparable to the upheavals of the post Civil War reconstruction of the 1960s, and is substantial to raise deep concerns about the unraveling of society. War reconstruct, yeah, of society. Okay, that's the end of it. Okay, 9, scandal. There's no broad recognition of scandal directly touches upon the president. 10, foreign or military failure. There is no major failure during the terms comparable Pearl Harbor on the Iran hostage crisis that appears significantly undermine America's national interest or threaten its standing in the world. Number 11, foreign or military success. There is a major success during the terms comparable to the winning World War II or the Camp David Accords that significantly advances America's national interests or in standing the world. The incumbent charisma. The incumbent party candidate is a national hero comparable to Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah, Ulysses S. Grant. Or they forgot the S part. It's Ulysses Grant or Ulysses S. Grant or Dwight Dean Eisenhower, or its inspirational candidate comparable to Franklin D. Roosevelt, or Ronald Reagan. Challenger charisma. But the challenger party candidate is not the national hero comparable to Ulysses Grant or Dwight Eisenhower or Dwight D. Eisenhower or Ulysses S. Grant. It's not an inspirational candidate comparable to Franklin Roosevelt or Ronald Reagan. So that's the key of his key to the White House, and that's the stuff that he's talking about, but that's their viewpoint. But yeah, it's pretty much looking at what it is. So, like I said, in the political, of course, Biden's little thing. So, it ain't much, I'm just gonna knock it out. But yeah, in politics like that, this is the future that we're gonna be in for the rest of the terms, right? So when you're in modern day politics, you understand what's gonna be said of the norm. But normally, you're just gonna have to understand that times are hard. But 2024 is gonna be the actual say of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But people gotta understand this is the stuff that we're gonna see all the time. So normally I'm just gonna be like, hey, we're here to stay and we're just gonna make sure everything's gonna be all right. But when people get caught up, they understand that the candidates we're going to see, we may see a Tucker Carlson or somebody. 2024 is going to be a very interesting year, and it's going to change a lot. You see the firings of him and Don Lemon. Now you're seeing what's going on right now. So I'm going to cut this short. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be back on Thursday Thrills, the 56th edition. So I'm signing off. Shalom to the people of Israel. Get this message and this knowledge or whatever in this critical times that we're in. For righteous of Yah will rule this earth with an iron fist, of course, in the land of Melchizedek. Of course, keep his law, statutes, commandments, and prayers and judgments and precepts, as always. And the guests, shalom to everybody. So I'm signing off. Until next time, and I'm out.